All right, here we are. Welcome to another episode for Frack and Financial Freedom. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. All right. So, if you've seen the title, let's get right into it. If you've seen the title, it says 10-year $1 million plan. Okay. So, yeah, that has a lot of weight into it. You know, when you say $1 million plan, I mean your voice gets crazy. I mean it goes from sounding like a robot to sounding like a
Voice something like this.
I mean, when you say $1 million plan, 10-year $1 million plan, it really some people are kind of like, what is he talking about? So what we're gonna talk about today is I'm gonna show you it's whether you wanna whether you wanna agree with it or not, or be able to, I don't want to wait that long, or whatever, however you view my my strategy of building $1 million in 10 to 15 years. Let's just say 10 to 15 years. I mean, it's up to you, but it's a slow, proven way that takes patience and that takes consistency. So I mean, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's it's been a while since I've been on camera, so we're a little rusty, but the 10-year $1 million plan is basically just straight investing. What our channel is about. Okay, it's investing. Okay, so hit the like and subscribe button on your way in. Let's not forget, I think I said something about it on my last video, that my real estate business, if you do know any of my business, I call my business Williams Realty, and it's partnered with a friend of mine, which has a trust called Surety Associates. I'll show that on the screen. But if you know anybody that wants to get rid of their property, that needs to sell their property, we do acquire properties, and fast. We can close. We can close as quick as you need to. We get most of our referrals from realtors. So if you know a realtor that does it and stuff like that, just tell them, give me a holler. I'll leave my information in the bottom of the in the link. So anyway, let's get into it. All right. So the 10-year $1 million plan. Okay. That's what we're here to talk about today. Let's everybody lock in. Let's get busy. Let's lock in and let's really pay attention. I'm ready, and let's go. All right. So what this is what I want to show you. Okay. So what I want to show you is now the S&P 500. Okay. So there's the S&P 500. There is the NASDAQ, and then there's the Dow Jones. Those are the three different. That is the three different parts of the S&P. That's what makes up the stock market. Excuse me. That's what makes up the stock market. So it's been proven. Well, if you just invest in the S&P or the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, I'm telling you, you will do a hell of a lot better than putting your money in banks. I know banks don't like me saying this, but I'm telling you the truth. And I want to show you something. So what I'm going to show you today is called the investment calculator. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys know what it is. Maybe you don't. Maybe you played around with it. Maybe you haven't. But I want to show y'all something. I want to say if the investment calculator, okay? Check this out right here. So right here is this is an investment calculator. So now the S&P, let me show you something. The S&P usually gets, I want to say, here it is right here. Check this out. The S&P 500, the average annual return on the S&P 500 is approximately about 10%. Okay, and it's over the long term, although this can fluctuate based on market conditions in a specific time frame considered. For example, over the last 90 years, the average return has been around 9.8%. So basically 10%. Okay, so it's might as well say 10%. So think about this. if you were on your job at work or doing, or however you get your income, you know, if you're self-employed, if you're an entrepreneur like me, I mean, however, if you were to just invest in the S&P 500, or the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, well, I just said the S&P. Let me be clear. The S&P 500. So look at this right here. This investment calculator is what I want to show you. So I don't know. Most of us don't really have $100,000 laying around. And the reason why I said $100,000 because that's the number that I wanted to put. That's the number that I wanted to put in here first. I wanted to show you this. If you put $100,000, which I know is a lot, but let's say the average rate. Let's see, the S&P returns about 10%. Shows 10% right here. And let's say if you do it for 10 years. You do it for 10 years. I made a boo-boo. 10 years. All right. Yeah, I know it. So calculate that. You will have approximately $260. Okay. So that's 10 years. All right. So let's do, I don't know. Let's do 15 years. Let's do 10, 15, or let's do 15 years. Let's see what you got right there. You have 417, basically $500,000. Okay. $500,000. And let's max it out. Let's just go 20 years. Okay. So let's see what you'll have in 20 years. You'll basically have $672,000. That's just, and that's could be, and remember, this is an average. This is an average. This is not what it could be more, it could be less. It could be, I mean, because the market, that is an average of what the market gives. That's like minimum. So think about it. If you were to let's put this back in here. Let's say if you were to have maybe just $10,000, which is probably something that I think most of us can do. $10,000. Say if you put $10,000 was your initial investment, right? And let's just say you did it for 10 years. Okay. Length of it, rate of return, you get 10%. And let's just say, yeah, like I just said, you just put it in there for 10 years. Let's see what you'd have. Calculate it, and you'll have about $25,000. Okay. That is just, no, it's not life-changing money, but that's just money going to work. That's just money, that you're putting money to work for you. That's just always working for you. Okay. It's about 25 grand. And like I said, again, that's like an average. That's an average of 10%. It could be 12%, which is kind of, to 12%. But an average of 10%. So I just wanted y'all to look at that. If you look at this, play around with the investment calculator, bro. This is powerful. I mean, this will show you how compounding interest works. This will show you how your money compounds for you and can compound for you. So, I mean, we can put, I don't know, let's just do one more. Let's say we put in $15,000, right? And let's say we get 10% of rate of return. And let's just say we did it for about 15 years. This is just money that you're just, man, I'm going to invest everything. I'm just going to take money out of my paycheck and boom, put it in there. And let's just see how it goes. Calculate it. You'll have about $60,000 or $70,000. So again, no, I mean, if you do it, I'm only talking about from 5 to 10 to 15 years. This is what we're talking about, like a short time frame. Now, if you were to do it your entire life, like we would hopefully want to, check this. So let's just say our initial investment started off at $15,000. We'll just put it right there, $15,000. Let's do an annual rate of 10%, which is what the SP gives, and a linked. Let's just say you do it for 30. Let's just say you do it for 30 years. Let's see what you'll get. Oh, that is 261. That's just $261,000. Okay. Let's say if you give the market, let's take it up a notch. And let's just say if the market gives back 12% and you do it for 30 years, you got $500,000 right there. So if what I'm saying, and the reason why this is not, I know y'all are like, I thought you were supposed to get $1 million, man. You said that we were supposed to get $1 million. Again, let me clarify. What I'm saying is I just did the average of what the market gives, the S&P gives to you yearly. That's an average. And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but I know I have a portfolio that is doing pretty well. that is doing pretty well. And I know I've seen it. I've studied the stock market, and I know the stock market has been here for, oh my God, man, for hundreds of years, man. And I'm just trying to get this out so people can say, you know what? Maybe I need to start investing. Maybe I need to start. I'm telling you, because with AI coming, taking people's job, and I'm telling you, you have to learn another skill. I'm telling you. Come on now. You have to learn another skill. You just do. Please listen to me when I tell you have to learn another skill. Okay, so why not this? Something that you could sit at home and trade. This is investing. Okay, now there's also trading, which is what I do as well in the stock market. That's different. But this, I'm talking about straight investments. Okay, so let's get out of here. Last thing I want to show you is I pulled up the QQQ. Okay, so let me tell you about the S&P 500. I want you to look up these ticker symbols. Okay, there is the SPY, SPY. That's an ETF that is tied to the S&P 500. There's the Invesco QQQ. You'll hear that a lot in the market. There's three Qs. QQQ. That's the Nasdaq. Okay, and there's VOO. That's going to be more of an S&P 500. There's a bunch of them, but those are the main ETFs. Think about this. The SPY. It's like you're spying on somebody. That is the S&P 500. There's VTI. VTI is going to be, that's a Vanguard. When I say V, that's a Vanguard total index. That means that is the entire stock market. That's the one that I have as well. VTI. That is the entire stock market. But for this one right here, I want to show you something on QQQ. QQQ is going to be the NASDAQ, and it's going to be straight, real tech heavy. Okay. This is your Microsofts, your Apples, your Teslas, your Nvidias, these real tech heavy. Okay, so I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all the chart. I want to show y'all what it's done for the last 10 years. Check this out. Right here. Look at this chart. This is for, if you go back, it's 2025, obviously. If you go all the way back, I just did 10 years. Look at this. Let's see, the QQQs was $116 10 years ago. All right, so let's fast forward. Look at it. Look at the growth. Look at the growth. And right here, if you can see right here where my cursor is, that's going to be the pandemic, in which those happens. Those are called black swan events, which I'll do a video on that one later. But this is also, that's the pandemic. And after the pandemic, she keeps rolling. There will have a time now. There will be a time in the market, because it always happens. There will be a time when the market will pull back, will collapse, we'll have a correction, a crash, it does happen. But one thing I want you to remember, when it does crash, or when it does come back or correct, or whatever you want to call it, you want to be ready so you can buy. That is when you buy. Let me get a round of applause. That is when you buy. When the market is red, when there's blood in the streets, that is when you buy. Do you know why? Because once you buy, the market always 100% recovers. Look at this. It goes all the way. It's just climbing. That's what it does. That's what the stock market does. So why not put your money in there and let your money grow? I'm not telling you what to do now. I'm just telling you what I do, and I'm just suggesting it. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not telling you, I'm not making you or forcing you to do anything, but I'm telling you what a smart avenue is, and what a bunch, millions of people put their money into the stock market and let it go to work. I'm telling you. So look at that chart for the last 10 years. That's a good looking chart. Last thing I wanted to show you is look at all the companies. I wanted to show you all the companies that are inside of the QQQ. This is kind of small, so I don't know if you can see it. But like I said, it's tech heavy. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, anything that you can think of. Palantir, Netflix, Google. We can go all the way down. DoorDash, Starbucks, O'Reilly's. You can just think of anything. Think of any company. Just try to, whatever company comes to your head, I want you to think of it and just say it. And it's probably in here. I'm talking about Crafts, Heinz, things that we use every day. Dr. Pepper, everything is in here. Everything is in here. So I'm telling you, man, just that's what I wanted to show y'all, man. That's what I wanted to show you. I think that was a good message. Man. Let's give it up. I hope y'all made it all the way through. We're at about 14 minutes. I hope y'all made it all the way through, and I hope y'all watched the episode. And if you did, man, please, I really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to get on out of here, man. Please hit the like and subscribe. Hit the like and subscribe button, man, so we can talk about this more, so we can get this out. so we can build a community, continue to build a community. So, man, it's your boy Low Trey, man, from Frac Can to Financial Freedom. You have to invest. If you only have one income, you're going to be working for the rest of your life. You have to have more than one income, and you have to have more than one skill. Man, this is real talk. I hope somebody heard me this morning. We are here at 6:30 in the morning, getting up, getting it done. This is your boy from Frac Can to Financial Freedom. I'm out.